gentlemen, welcome once again to the Monday Night War Stories. And we are smack dab in the middle of October 1996. We're at the Go Home show for Buried Alive.
Mid-October 96, huh?
Yeah, mid-October 1996. The 14th to be precise.
If it makes you happy. Sorry. It's going back to where I was at that time.
I can see that.
Sheryl Crow was rocking it at that point.
I think Cheryl may have done it a slight bit better.
Well, I mean, I wasn't trying to rival her.
I do love your voice.
It's a good voice.
It was more like I was doing Axel covering it as she to return the favor as she murdered Sweet Child of Mine.
I prefer the Creed cover. That's just me, you know.
That would be just you. A good voice, though. A very good voice. Neither of their voices match the songs.
No,
but none of them can be the voice of a generation, the Onitoshi Jeff Mack.
No.
With me, as always, Dasheen Joseph Wessel.
You're no Sheryl Crow.
You're not. And is the
voice
Renegade...
a little bit over the top.
Is the Renegade still dead?
Yes.
Okay. Making sure.
Nothing has changed.
To be continued.
I'm just gonna punch you right in the face.
I'm investigating it, okay?
Who knew that the Toshi was such a renegade mark?
Well, I will admit that all of my wrestling fandoms I was taught by you. The Human Wrestling Database, Corey Mack.
I did not teach you anything about Renegade. I take no...
You did try to turn me into an Ultimate Warrior, Mark.
That is a bold-faced fucking lie.
Every time I come over to meet, you have that wrestling buddy right there.
Not my fault they bought me the wrong one.
Or was that the Renegade doll?
I mean, it was the right one in the way that I enjoyed beating the shit out of it. But, yeah, let's just say the Warrior was not the one on my wish list.
But did you teach anybody any of your new moves that you listened to?
Well, no, it's weird. After I got that wrestling buddy, all I tried to do was teach people about Destrucity.
This is true.
It didn't work.
Were you teaching them about it in Memphis, Tennessee in 1996?
No. My glory days at the Mid-South Coliseum were in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Any spotlight matches there?
Well, a little known fact, I was supposed to be in a warm-up match on this very night, but the limo getting us, transportation was slow, and I missed my opportunity. I understand Prince Nakamaki took my place.
I did not see that name on here. There is a Cheetah Kid, but we might get to that later. But
it might have been pulling a Jack Victory.
yeah. El Technico?
Yes. No, Billy Kidman was not in that.
No, he was not. But we do find ourselves going to Nitro at the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, you know what happened is I was at Graceland. That's what happened.
I could see.
Yeah.
Was Hogan trying to buy that?
He was trying to. Didn't work. He did buy one of the jumpsuits, though. But then he ripped it.
Well, look at those pythons.
Right?
Or did he spray paint an NWO?
So, to start the show, of course, we get a review of the end of last week because if it's not about the NWO, it's about Macho. Because they're kind of intertwined at the moment.
For a couple more weeks, yeah.
Because there might be this thing coming up pretty soon. Sponsored by Slim Jims.
Slim Jim's Buried Alive.
No, actually, Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc presented by Slim Jims.
Oh. I thought it was Slim Jim's In Your House.
Yeah.
No, that's...
Slim Jim's In Your House.
Oh, yeah.
To eat.
Yes.
They're not, trust me.
Oh, damn.
And then, of course, the whole thing here is Macho's problems are our problems, according to commentary.
In a way, they're right.
If Macho can't get his mind straight, WCW is fucked.
Well, look what's going on. You got fucking Luger and the Horsemen feuding with each other. Sting's out somewhere throwing some sort of a temper tantrum. What else you got?
Joe? What else we got?
We have the Renegade and
Joe Gomez.
I
don't think
he's
that's
a young up-and-comer.
I don't think that's competition for the New World Order. How's that Glacier thing working?
Glacier. Hit the music, Johnny.
Wait, no, that's the end of Star Wars Episode 1.
Yeah.
Okay,
Speaking
we're
of-
off the rails already.
Speaking of stars, let's get into our first match. As Dean Malenko takes on Brad Armstrong.
I must say
You
this
mean
right
Dean
now.
Armstrong, as Tony calls him on this match?
Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna say this right now. I'm a big fan of both in terms of wrestling,
Yeah.
but talk about a void of charisma. There.
This is not good. Now, the reason we're having this match is they wrestled on Saturday night, and Brad Armstrong beat Dean Malenko.
Let me get this straight. Brad Armstrong, who, let's be honest, a perennial jobber to the stars,
Yes.
defeated the number one contender to the guy getting the Cruiserweight title match at the pay-per-view
Yes. On Saturday night, though,
on the B Show.
on the B Show, and there was some questionable refereeing.
Because I believe it was Nick Patrick.
No. I know what you're doing already.
And you know what's funny is I think in the footage they give us,
Yes.
Nick Patrick is the ref,
Yes, yes.
but he doesn't have a neck brace.
I can explain that.
No. Please do.
Well, it was taped before the angle with the neck brace. So I don't know what you were expecting, but
That's actually a valid point.
yeah.
Okay, well that answers that one.
The match starts. There is a lot of arm drags and a lot of hip tosses. And, okay, a little bit of a shoot thing here, kind of to break kayfabe.
What?
When I'm watching this last night, I have this on my computer to do my notes. And then on the side of my TV, I had the actual Nitro from this week. To get, or sorry, the actual Raw from this week to get ready for the...
Nitro's still on the air?
God, I wish.
But I actually have this week's Raw up because it's airing live. And I'm sitting there hearing the NWO chants in the background. And because Raw was in Chicago, for some reason I'm confusing it with the CM Punk chant that kept on happening for unexplained reasons.
I hate fans. Fuck you, wrestling fans.
We'll get into that more on the No Sell podcast available on
If I'm
SoundCloud,
ever
iTunes,
allowed to
YouTube.
do that one again. Fuck you, wrestling fans. Fuck you,
Chicago.
straight to hell. With a cactus cock.
As for the actual match that
Bang,
happened, actually for the actual match that happened 20 years ago,
A cactus cock up your anus.
Yes.
Bang, bang.
Armstrong with the missile dropkick, that gets two. Side Russian leg sweep, that gets two.
That's his finisher.
Side suplex, that gets two.
You heard me right.
Wait, he uses a side Russian leg sweep as a
Yeah,
finisher?
yes, he did. Well, back in the 80s and early 90s, and companies where, wrestling was still part of what you did.
Yeah.
Instead of doing it where, Warrior would vomit black goo after be put in a spell. Yeah, you could win wrestling matches with wrestling maneuvers.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the side Russian leg sweep, but I like it as a setup.
I grant you by this point it's no longer a valid finisher. But you have to remember, once upon a time, a body slam was a finishing maneuver.
This is true. This is very true. And sometimes a leg drop even.
Oh, wow.
But that's never believable.
What are you trying to start shit already?
I'm just saying, it's a horrible finisher.
Like-
He even admitted it.
I am here in large part to circumvent the negativity and bias that you two will show towards the New World Order.
I'm not even making fun of the New World Order at this point. Hogan hated the leg drop.
Yeah, because it fucked up his hip.
The Axe Bomber was much better.
That's true. I won't deny that. I don't know why you use a fucking leg drop for 30 years.
This is my brother.
Yeah.
Because Hogan must pose.
I thought it was because the power lied there.
In the hand?
Oh my god, I was listening to the WrestleMania 9 Pritchard pod. Something to wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, greatest thing ever. The fact that he even got called out for the fact that he was saying that during the promo, he's actually pointing to the hand.
You have to.
You have to do it. Malenko, I love the finish of this match. He slips behind like he's going to go for a German, but instead picks the leg, goes forward into like a front cravat for the roll up and the 1, 2, 3. They call it a 3/4 Nelson. I'm calling that a cravat.
Yeah.
That was
calling that a pin.
That was a fucking great pin. Your winner, Dean Malenko, who gets the Valvoline High Performance Move of the Week with a front cravat roll up.
Whatever floats their boat.
And now it's time for Joe's favorite part of the show. We get a merch promo, in which Deborah McMichaels tries to get us to buy denim shirts.
You know you want to buy the denim.
Because my husband, he was on the Chicago Bears. See the Super Bowl ring? He got it because he wore denim shirts.
Did you know that their jerseys were made out of denim?
Also, I love the fact that she uses up, 95% of the promo time herself. Mongo gets, 2 lines.
Must be like Home Life is like for those two.
I guess so. Okay.
Buy the denim or Mongo's gonna get you.
We cut back to the arena, and the NWO shows up in their limos. And all of this is fine, nothing too over the top, except for, Corey, I know you might have some outreach to certain individuals.
Yeah.
Can you tell them to teach Vincent how to do the fucking hand gesture?
It's a work in progress. It's
Snooker.
We didn't bring him in to do the hand sign, okay? We brought him in to be a security, specifically for Trillionaire Ted and any other important members of the...
Was he part of... Was he doing the Samoa Joe 20 years ago?
Shaka Bra.
Since you're part of the NWO, you want to try to find drivers that will park the other limo next to the one that Hogan's limo?
Not 5 miles away.
I would, honestly...
Were you driving the limo? You
No,
be
that's...
on camera?
That's Hogan's contract. His limo is front and center. You can't see any other limos anywhere near. He's the star. Trust me, it's a thing. But it's worth it.
We then cut to something...
I get a cut of that sweet merch money.
Or do you now?
I mean... yeah.
We then cut to something completely different. We get a review of Saturday Night.
It's the match we don't deserve.
And
it's the one we need.
The everlasting feud between M. Wall Street and Jim Duggan.
Whew, this will never end.
It never dies. So because there was shenanigans at the end of their last match, fuck it, let's have a rematch on Nitro.
I'm imagining Wall Street coming out to a ska theme music, saying "Let's go." I'm imagining Duggan getting rid of the 2x4 and just wearing a shirt over his big gut.
You can think that. It's not happening.
The matches aren't as good, but...
No, the feud will never die. And then Zbyszko talks about how the human brain is made of 80% water, but Duggan has Lake Michigan stuck in his head. It's okay, this is happening. So let's just cut to the end because fuck the rest of the match. It was shit. Duggan goes for the tape. And Wall Street jumps him and catches the tape. So he goes to tape up his fist for the punch. But as he's doing so, and the refs kind of distract him, he turns right around. Duggan's in the 3-point stance for the lariat. 1, 2, 3, your winner's Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Yay. Anyways, time for our next match.
Do we have to?
Hey, the next match is better. We can just say this right off the bat, the next match is better. As that young up-and-comer Jim Powers, with Teddy Long,
Holla, holla, holla.
takes on, according to commentary, one of the hottest wrestlers in all of the world right now, Hugh Morris. He's huge.
Again,
Morris.
Why aren't you guys wearing the shirt? I don't get this. I'm lost here.
Because Hugh Morris has a new jacket?
It's fancy.
And also...
But he doesn't have Jimmy.
No, he does not
No
today.
Jimmy this week.
He's out by himself because he's a big star. He can do it on his own.
Hell yeah.
We also get a shout out from commentary here. And they make a shout out to Mr. Lawler for helping them set up the show here in Memphis.
Shots fired across the bow there.
And we'll see you Thursday at the flea market. So did Mr. Lawler have anything to do with the show, or is this just a couple shots fired?
This is them oh, look where we are. Fuck you. Have at it. Although I have no doubt if there was a chance that he could have gotten a cut on the take, I have no doubt Lawler would have helped set him up.
So, by the way, Nick Patrick's the ref for this match.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, you know what?
Back in the neck
Before
brace.
you even say anything,
And him and Long.
Teddy Long
Get into this huge
is
driver.
jealous as fuck of Nick Patrick being the senior referee because Once upon a time, Teddy Long was a ref. He was a fairly good ref. I'm not going to front. But then he took a dive. He sold out. He did the moolah. He screwed over a couple guys. And he had to become a manager and gain 100 pounds. And all of a sudden, he hates Nick Patrick.
Did you just shots fired?
It's okay. He's going to the Hall of Fame, and I'm a big fan of his now.
This is true.
But at the time, he was barking up the wrong tree.
But they did have a very big argument before the match. But as the match starts, this match isn't horrible.
Well, no, it's two
big guys that can move.
Yeah.
Powers with that nice crossbody, that gets 2. But then we get some information. So Ric Flair is not here tonight. He had to have an MRI done, so he went back to Charlotte. And diagnosis is worse than originally thought. No talk about the actual injury is, but
Shoulder.
Is it shoulder?
Yeah, shoulder.
How severe was it?
Pretty severe. He underwent surgery and wouldn't wrestle again until May of the next year.
Fook.
That's why they had the NWO beat the crap out of him last week in the back.
Okay.
To explain why the fuck Mr. Nature Boy would not be around for the foreseeable future.
So later tonight, we will find out who is replacing him in that match that just out of nowhere got set between him and Giant for the U.S. title. Oh, by the way, Giant's now the U.S. champion.
Well,
Or he has the belt.
he has the belt.
Yes.
Possession is 9/10 of the law, especially when he's possessing it.
I can see that.
I'm going to say that's kind of a common thing in WCW. It's like, I'm going to take this and I'm the champion now.
That seems to be how it works.
Me. Look at me. I'm the champion now.
Yeah, look at me.
Powers hits a power slam. And that gets a 1. Because, well, Nick Patrick went down to get the
Yeah, pretty slow.
pin, but he kind of
Did you not see
hurt the neck on the way down.
Did you not see the collar? He's injured.
Oh yeah, only gets 1 count on the slow count.
You know what Nick Patrick has done? Is every time when I'm doing my notes now, when I write down the match, and he's the ref,
You write it down.
I put his name down now.
Because he's so good. You want to be like,
because he's so terrible, and you have to keep an eye out on him because, oh, my neck hurts and I have to, take it slow while. And
How long did it take him to get down there when there was the freaking roll up?
Oh, quick and easy.
No. It took forever to get down. When Powers had the roll up?
Yeah. It basically, a 10 count could have happened by the time Nick Patrick got down to the ground.
But eventually, Morris goes up. No laughing matter. 1, 2, 3 as quick and easily and painless as possible.
Yeah, that's weird.
He got
And
down
your
easily that
winner
time.
is Hugh Morris. And then Teddy Long and Nick Patrick get into a baseball manager's argument, like chest bumping and everything. This for a second there, it's like
Teddy's got the advantage there.
At what point did Teddy become fucking Lou Piniella?
Right?
I don't know.
It was amazing.
He should have been suspended and probably fined $1 million.
By the way, we'll have information on that suspension later on.
Don't you? That's nothing wrong with what I'm seeing here.
I think he has the power, buddy.
We get a promo for Saturday night because we still got that show and a lot of things happened there this week.
It's an important show.
And we get our next match as Greg the Hammer Valentine takes on the Total Package Lex Luger.
Which one Sheen was better this week?
You couldn't really see Luger's because of the bandage.
But he's got his abs and lower back bandaged up pretty
What about
heavily.
Greg?
Greg, is that Sheen or Crisco? I'm kind of
Crisco.
Damn. You know what?
He's getting up there in age, man.
I like how you guys portray the NWO and myself in a negative light as heels. You guys are slandering.
Oh my god.
You're talking mad shit.
Sir, I am just a broadcast journalist. I call things as I see them.
You just
facing
agreed that it was
facts.
Crisco.
I didn't agree that it was Crisco. I brought up that it was Crisco.
See, that's even worse. You started it.
I am bringing up interpretations that I see on my screen. I'm reporting facts.
What are these
sir.
alternative facts? These alternative facts?
It could have been lube.
It could have been.
Lube me up, baby. I'm going out.
But anyways, back to the match. I like the fact that Lex is selling the injury. When he goes up for the suplex, he just can't get great.
Freaking
out.
NWO jumped him.
Somebody must have reminded him, hey, you're supposed to have an injury, sell it.
Did he,
It might be that guy who's watching in the back on the monitor. That would be Arn.
was that wait, Arn did that? I think the NWO had some shape or form
Of course you do.
It would have been Arn because Arn wanted to make sure he was comfortable and gave him a chair last week.
Yeah.
See?
Gave him a seat. Then
See that bias? See it?
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
I don't hear it or see it.
Vincent and Ted decide to show up and watch the match from the crowd. I don't know why they would pick this match. And they're in front of this very nice NWO banner. I'll give them credit for that.
Yeah.
Lots of security around. And then they're not really watching the match as much as just like pointing out things in the audience
Well, you know.
and like taking measurements.
All right, well, you guys want the truth.
Yes.
They were scoping rats. Okay?
Vincent's got to get that fuck money.
Yep.
Hogan also will appear later tonight and make an announcement. I don't know what this announcement is, but they're just going to give him time anyways.
Yes.
Hammer with that rope-assisted stack for the pin, but that only gets 2. Then he celebrates, I beat Lex! I'm the greatest! Lex comes up from behind, no-sells the fucking injury and racks him.
Typical Luger.
Then sells it afterwards, of course.
Of course.
After he wins.
Right, yeah, he wins because he's a winner.
Typical every wrestler from 2000 onwards.
Yeah.
But yes, you're a winner, Lex. And then there's a whole... Because they didn't really care about the match. Commentary is mostly just bashing on Sting.
The NWO? Oh.
Sting.
The entire time, which Larry Zbysko calls Sting and I quote, spoiled brat.
Yeah, he does. Well, I mean, that's a bit stiff, but I mean, goddamn. If that's how you guys are trying to woo your own guys back, I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, that could have gone better. We then cut to a promo with Nick Patrick and Tony Schiavone. And Nick, of course, was pressing for what? $1 million fine here?
Yep.
And possibly suspension?
Uh-huh.
Well, the executive committee at WCW has brought down their final verdict on Macho. His fine is lessened. Down from $1 million to $500.
500?
500.
500.
All right.
And he has been suspended for the first 5 matches in 1997.
So let me get this straight. I mean, it's okay. We talked this out amongst ourselves. Maybe Nick Patrick, because we pay attention to what's going on your side as well.
Yeah.
We thought that maybe Nick Patrick there was overreaching a little with that fine. We thought
Yeah.
they're probably not. He's probably not going to win that. But 500
500.
for assaulting a referee like that Maniac did,
Yeah.
and I love that Maniac as much as the next guy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's hypocrisy at its finest.
But hey, he did get suspended for 5 matches.
Of the next year.
The first 5 matches in 1997.
I happen to know some things. I'm
Yeah.
in the loop. I happen to know for a fact his contract runs out after Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc. So that's not a suspension they plan on keeping.
Oh shit, does it?
That's bullshit.
Is it really?
You don't see him for 3 months after that. Spoiler!
Why did they suspend him for the last 5 matches in 1996 then?
He gets the Lesnar contract if
Yes.
he wins the title and then...
Yeah, I mean,
off.
it's WCW, so yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the current champion. When was the last time he defended that belt?
What was the last pay-per-view?
No, he didn't defend it that last
That's
time.
right. It was the one before that, wasn't it?
That's where he won it. Probably the Clash of the Champions 5 days later.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's probably the last time he defended that thing. So, I mean,
or had a
really-
match.
And he
Yeah.
lost that match too. He still kept the belt.
So, I mean, if we're being honest here, I think WCW is the template for the Brock Lesnar deal.
I would think so. Also, now there's some questions that are rising.
But that's a bullshit. Think about it. That's a bullshit. That's bullshit.
Well, let's talk about this part of it. So, Nick Patrick is now questioned by Tony Schiavone about... So, there was this NWO Saturday night,
No, yeah, I watched it.
and there was a...
Were you in the crowd maybe?
No, if you can see, it's a select crowd.
Yeah, it's a very select crowd. There's 3 people in the crowd. They're all in the NWO. There was a ref in this match
Yes.
who wore a mask
Uh-huh.
as to not be outed of his identity.
Uh-huh.
with very familiar mannerisms and stylings and voice.
Just get to the point. He looked like Nick Patrick.
He was Nick Patrick.
No,
was
I
Nick
mean,
Patrick.
hold
His
on.
voice,
hold on.
everything.
Look, I don't know Nick Patrick, and I'm not about to defend him, but I can shed some light on this.
Okay.
That ref was me.
What?
Get out! No.
Because Nick said it was Randy Anderson.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was Nick Patrick.
No, it was me. What you just think it sounded like him because I mean, when you want to do something, who are you going to look at? You're going to look at the best in that field, the cream of the crop. You're going to emulate them, aren't you?
So Earl Hebner?
No, fuck Earl Hebner and his decrepit ass. Fuck Earl Hebner.
Brian Hebner?
He's good, but fuck Earl Hebner. But at the time, I mean, look at the ref here. This fucking peanut-headed goof in the ring. I mean, fuck him. No, Nick Patrick is the best. So I modeled my work after Nick Patrick. I'm sorry.
That was Nick Patrick. 100%. 100%.
I am admitting.
No, I'm not taking that.
You called a hell of a match, though. That was a hell of a right cross you throw that man.
Don't even.
Well, he pissed me off. That's what happens when you don't break.
He admitted to it, man.
That's what happens when you don't break on 5 when I'm the ref.
I have till 5. But nothing more. With this, we get to the start of hour 2. With,
God damn, that was all hour 1?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Mike Tenay and Bobby the Brain Heenan on commentary because there is no Eric Bischoff.
I like the way, where is it? Oh, Mike Tenay is like, once again, no Eric Bischoff.
Because he's overdoing the freaking interview with Macho because you suck balls at doing interviews.
Yeah, first of all, hold on. Let's break this down real quick.
Yes.
All right?
Break it down.
Actually, I want you to break down this whole segment. And then I'm going to break it down even further, okay?
Okay. So, with this, after Tenay questions why Bischoff's not there, he kicks it over to Bischoff for a special moment. Because Mike Enos has already come out to the ring. So the next match is Mike Enos versus the Macho Man Randy Savage.
All right, 2 guys I enjoy watching.
So, Bischoff is going to have a promo with Macho before the match.
Yeah.
So Macho comes out, and he's pumped. He's going to go down. He's going to kick Mike Enos' you-know-what. And you know what? I heard Hogan's here. Get his ass out. I love the fact he did say ass the first time for Hogan. Get his ass out here. We'll do Halloween Havoc. Sorry. Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc presented by Slim Jim's right now.
Get it? Yeah. Get it right, Jeff. Come on.
But you see, Bischoff's like, dude, all right, here's the thing, Macho. Before we do that, we got to talk about Liz. And, well,
I want to do it.
I have something to show you. And with this, oh my God. So, we cut to this pre-recorded video package of Liz on a tire swing in... I mean, okay, I'm not even going to lie. The first thing I thought about this is a feminine hygiene commercial.
I thought it accidentally got turned into some sort of soap opera.
It's about the same here. This is bad. This is a really bad promo. In which Liz is... She's sitting on the tire swing that Macho made for her, and she just wants to apologize to him for all the mistakes that she's made, and she still loves Macho. And everything that she did with the Horseman was a mistake, and signing the contract to the NWO was a mistake. So, she just wants to talk to Macho. And it's very emotional and blah, 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 yada, yada.
Wait, what?
So, we cut from the video back to Macho, and Macho is fucking left speechless. He's stunned by this video. And Bischoff just continues trying to get an answer out of him,
Macho,
trying to get her to talk.
Macho. What do you got to say, buddy?
Holy shit, he will not let up. I'm surprised Macho didn't bust him in the face. It looks like he tried to a couple times. But eventually Macho just leaves. Breaking down in tears outside before getting into his limo.
I like the fact that the limo was just right there.
It was conveniently parked right there.
Yeah, he walks backstage and there's the limo ready to be pulled out.
Huh. Okay, so, is that significant enough of a breakdown for you?
What the fuck is going on here? I mean,
This is dumb.
this is terrible. But let's take away from the fact that this is terrible television. Right
Yes.
now. Let's go back to the whole like WCW versus NWO thought process. This is your last chance. You've spent a month
Yes.
extolling the fact that this is your last chance against the NWO.
Yes.
So I know 2 weeks in front of this, what we want to do is make him, who's a little loose already upstairs,
A little bit.
and immediately an even worse emotional fucking train wreck. We want to derail his momentum. We want to reduce him to a quivering pile of jello.
Yes.
This will help us. What the fuck? I mean,
We're going to WTF out before we even get to the end of the show.
NWO doesn't even need to try. You guys are just beating yourselves.
So here's the thing. Because the next thing we get to the NWO buy the shirt ad.
Yeah.
And then we come back to commentary, and Heenan's just like, what the fuck are you doing, Bischoff? I mean, seriously. Why? We need him ready to go in 2 weeks at Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc presented by Slim Jim.
You're tearing him apart.
And then today's like, well, this is what we saw, but yeah, Eric, what the fuck are you doing? And Eric's like, hey, I had to be done.
No, it didn't.
No, it did not, Eric.
It's what's best for
You're
business.
pissing him off, and you made him go home.
Now, with this, we cut to our next match.
I wonder if they did that on purpose because of what Corey said about his contract being done in 2 weeks.
That's okay. There's something that happens in the next match I want to get to when it comes to this.
Okay.
So, the next match is Eddie Guerrero
Yes.
versus the Cheetah Kid.
Ooh, okay, another debut.
Corey,
Yes.
I've heard of a Cheetah Kid.
Yes. Ted Petty.
Yeah. I don't remember him being that small or tan.
Well, no. See, the Cheetah Kid was a Northeast. It wasn't really the term at the time, but independent wrestler
Yeah.
in the late 80s, early 90s. Played by one Ted Petty, who you see on Nitro all the time as Rocco Rock from Public Enemy. This definitely was not Rocco Rock.
No!
No, but we have seen this guy before. This is Prince Ikea.
Why are we just having Prince IK out there?
That's an excellent question. You would have to ask the creative minds that are at WWE.
Why do we have Cheetah Kid? Why do we have El Technico? While we under mask, and they're people we've already had on.
We're padding out that cruiserweight division by making everybody work double. Goddamn.
So when Rey Mysterio comes out like as El Lamp,
Yeah.
Okay, we have created the greatest tag team now of all time.
El Lamp.
L Lamp and Omar Anderson. Book it.
Damn, that's a great team. Omar, his son's doing pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Too sweet. He's a good brother.
He's a good brother.
What a good brother.
Eddie, before the match, cuts this pre-taped promo. Far less racist than the one DDP cut the week before.
Oh Jesus. Well, yeah, but not as good. I mean,
No, it's kind of bland and
Eddie
shitty.
had not yet found his Latino heat.
No, he was just all about family and honor and beating your butt.
I'm gonna kick your butt. No, what the hell?
As for the match, for a 2.5 minute sprint, it's actually pretty fun. Eddie with the pop-up Hurricane Rana. Then Cheetah Kid with a Samoan drop. That got 2. Then a nice powerbomb. Then during this match, Bischoff continues to put his foot in his mouth. And because of the previous segment and that video, he feels he needs to apologize to the Poffo family, especially Macho's parents. Holy shit, Eric, what were you thinking?
I mean, you're doing the work for everyone. I mean, my God.
Eddie eventually, Super Frankensteiner, hits the frog splash. 1, 2, 3, your winner, Eddie Guerrero.
What the hell is Bischoff thinking right now? He's just like cracking a hole in WCW right now. He's just starting a little crack right now because he's just trying to get rid of.
I think he's trying so hard to defeat what can't be defeated that he's actually hurting you guys.
There's no such thing as a little crack. This is a lot of crack. And Eric,
Jake's here.
I'm gonna say Jack.
We then cut to the most important part of the show. the 1-800-COLLECT on the road segment with Lee Marshall.
Oh my god. I thought this was like a year away from being a thing. I cried a little.
Because Friday,
Eric, I'm in Minnesota.
we're doing the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yeah, sure, you betcha.
Don't you know?
Don't you know?
We're getting ready for Slim Jim.
Why the fuck is this being popped? Because whose hometown is Minneapolis?
Bischoff!
Yep. And with this, we go to our next match.
Eric, I just want to let you know, I had an ice cream bar today.
You know, it's 45 degrees and sunny here in the Twin Cities.
I ruined two people's lives just 5 minutes ago. You should have been here.
Our next match, Big Bubba Rogers with Jimmy Hart taking on Jeff Jarrett. Which Eric highly points out during the intro. I understand he can't sing a lick, but who fucking cares?
Yeah.
I'm glad someone else picked that one up.
Yeah.
Oh no, the best is after the match.
Yeah.
When they just will not stop making fun of the fact that Jarrett can't sing.
Yeah.
And who the fuck cares?
Because he can wrestle.
You know what else he can do? Have his second match at WCW in his home fucking town.
Which helps.
I like the fact he's facing Big Bubba from the Faces of Fear.
It's the Dungeon of Doom.
Yeah. That's what Bischoff says, not
Did
me.
he?
Yeah, he goes.
Son of a bitch.
He has to
Not a good
correct
night for
himself.
Bischoff.
He corrects himself later on, but he's like, "Here comes Big Bubba from the Faces of Doom." I mean, Dungeon of
The Dungeon of Fear.
yeah, shit. But Bobby, take it away.
Jarrett is over as fucking his hometown.
Well,
You think?
home territory.
Yeah, home territory.
Nashville would be the hometown.
Yeah, this is true, but still. Now everyone believes Jarrett. Eric's on board. Heenan's on board. Everybody believes him now that he's not in the NWO.
Well, once he said the famous WCW lines of "Stick it."
Eric even questioned him after that, though, last week. Jarrett...
Now, you know he's WCW because nobody in the New World Order would have that entrance music.
Something's fishy about Bischoff lately, and I don't know what, but it's just getting.
Oh, you mean that Ken doll?
Yeah.
The little Ken doll you guys have?
But anyways, Jarrett falls into the trap, chases Hart around the ring, runs into Bubba. Then Hart puts the boots to him. Jarrett with the flying crossbody out top, that gets 2. But then he runs into a Bubba spine buster. Bubba gets mount on Jarrett, starts throwing haymakers, shoves the ref off. The ref, of course, sells it for about 6 hours. As Bubba gets up, calls for the megaphone. He catches the megaphone, Jarrett gets up and drop kicks it into Bubba's face. Actually went perfect. I don't think I've ever seen that spot work as well. And of course, covers for the 1-2-3 year winner, Jeff Jarrett.
Jimmy takes an awkward bump.
He was known for taking that bump in Memphis.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He'll take that bump in Memphis. Yeah.
Full disclosure, I am in the middle of watching the season set of Memphis 1984.
Ooh.
I'm loving it.
Ooh.
And Hart's still there as the greatest manager in the territory's history. Mm-hmm. And yeah, taking that bump Monday nights. I'm managing Rick Rude and Jim Neidhart, and it's so much fun. Memphis is great.
And then, of course, during the replay, we just get as many jokes as possible about the lack of singing ability of Jeff Jarrett.
Really, it's a joke at how bad WWF's creative is.
Yes, it is.
Shots fired!
We then get a Tony Schiavone, Jeff Jarrett promo.
Wait, why is it Tanay doing it?
Because Tanay sucks. And Jarrett is now officially going to replace Ric Flair in the U.S. title match against the Giant at Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc presented by Slim Jim's.
You know what I want to say about Mike Tanay? Is I liked him when I was younger. For some reason, I liked him. But watching him now, I can't stand the man.
Well, I will say this, though, in defense of him. And watching 1996, I'm just starting to do this Mike Tanay. Mm-hmm. Is much different from like 1998 Mike Tanay. When he's comfortable and he's been doing it.
And he's right now, you can just tell it's awkward and he's uncomfortable. But for me right now, it's just like you're not good.
No,
like,
he's not.
You're David Otunga.
He's better at commentary than he is at interviews. That's for fucking
But
sure.
he's awkward and stilted at both still.
Yeah.
He's like Brian Saxton and Otunga level right now.
Well, that gives me hope then, because he turned up to be pretty damn good.
yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen with at least one of those guys.
This is true.
Both.
Let's go ahead and get to our next match. Tag team action, non-title though.
But they announced it earlier. There's gonna be a title match.
And no.
Yeah, and did you catch on commentary when they come back that Bischoff apologizes and was berated by Harlem Heat's management
Yep.
that this would not be a title match?
But yes, Harlem Heat taking on the Faces of Fear. Of course, Sister Sherry and Colonel Parker's cock with Harlem Heat. And it's a pretty okay match to start. But some people have come down the ramp to watch the match. That being Mongo, Benoit, and Deborah. Spacing, people. Spacing.
I do it like the Queen does it.
Wait, Charlotte Flair?
No. The original Queen.
Booker tries to hit a super kick on Ming.
Don't forget, Jeff. Buy the denim.
But Booker's super kick kind of goes high and like scalps Ming. He then hits a side kick on Ming. Stevie in with a bro kick to the Barbarian. Booker with the side kick to the Barbarian. That gets 2. Barbarian goes up top, goes through the super overhead suplex, but rotates a little too much. So we'll call it a super belly-to-belly suplex. Booker. Ming then with the sit-out powerbomb on Booker. That gets 2.
What's a power bam?
That's powerbomb. That's what it's called when you get hit by the Faces of Fear, because there's no bomb twitch. Bam!
It's what
Bam,
you call
bam, you're
banning
dead.
people, buddy.
I see.
Faces of Fear then with the stereo headbutt to Booker. That gets 2. But then some more people come out to watch the match. That would be the Outsiders coming through the people with spray paint in hand.
Can't believe they spray painted all those people.
They didn't. They never took the lids off.
No. I think they started spraying towards the
Towards the audience.
towards like Harlem Heat and
Well, they never made it to They never made it out of the crowd, because as soon as they got close to the rail, both Harlem Heat and the Faces of Fear went out to confront them, to drive them off, and they were driven off, and they retreated, and the match ended in a no contest. So, by the way, that was your main event of the night. We then get our promo for Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc, presented by Slim Jim's. By the way, Flair's still in the promo. Might want to fix that, guys.
well, if you look on the bottom, it says card subject to change.
It was subject to change quite a bit. We then go to commentary where Bischoff waxes poetic about Macho. I can only say 2 things about the future of Macho Man Randy Savage. If he laces up the boots at Halloween Havoc, Hogan, you're done. If he doesn't, he'll never lace them up again, and you've had a hell of a career.
I wonder, Corey might know, or Jeff might too. I wonder if they do that going on with other talent that's contracts up, that they give hints that this is the end of their run, or just one of those like.
I don't think ever as blatant as this.
Okay.
This is really fucking blatant.
Flashing red lights. Hello.
Yeah.
This is really fucking blatant. And then it's time for what Hogan calls NWO time. As the entire NWO come out for the Indian promo. By the way, the crowd's kind of behind this NWO time. You got to admit that.
I'm not behind it.
No, but that crowd there was. And everybody's here, including Liz. Liz tries to slap Hogan. That didn't work. Hogan just kind of catched her. Oh, what an actress. What an actress.
Well,
Well,
And then they're joined by the 2 newest members of the NWO. The Nasty Boys. Finally in NWO gear.
And they look ugly in it.
They do. I'm not too sure how I feel about this.
They come out, they're partying. It's like, hey, dude, this is awesome. Well, anything you need, we got your back. Hogan's like, yeah, brothers, anything you need, we got your back as well. I'll do anything for you at any time. They're like, I know this is probably not the right time to bring this up. Then why the fuck are you bringing it up? But we need to talk some stupid stuff in the contract, There's a decimal point here where there should be a comma. The thing about the Learjets isn't quite right. You know, can you look at this? And I was like, yeah, sure. Oh, look, I didn't sign this because, fuck you guys, you're not in the NWO. Who told you could wear our colors?
I mean,
And they get taken out.
I can't say I'm upset. I could have sworn I brought them the right paperwork.
But Hogan didn't sign it.
But they said there were an issue with the dollars and the zeros. And,
Yeah.
I mean, damn, I could have swore I
Wait, you did this?
could have swore I faxed the right
I
paperwork.
thought you weren't part of the NWO.
I help. I mean, I outed myself earlier in the show. It's no surprise. I'm there to do what you guys won't do, and that's be fair and objective.
Will you stop?
I could have swore that I sent the right paperwork over to... That, I feel bad now. That is too bad. The Nasty Boys would have been wonderful additions to the New World Order. It's sad that it had to happen like this.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I believe if people go back to any of the other episodes of the Monday Night War story,
Available on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, and NoSolarTape.com.
you say how you are at the point now where you don't want to see the Nasty Boys on your television.
And I may have...
Or in NWO colors.
That could be true. But still, business is business. I could have swore I sent the right... that's too bad on my part.
So, with this, Hogan then starts talking about how Macho, if you show up for Halloween Havoc, Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc, that is presented by Slim Jims. I mean, what do you have to fight for? I mean, let's face it, back when you two were married, Liz was dreaming about me day and night anyways. And I'm going to go back to Hollywood now because I got to finish taping 3 Ninjas. And Liz is going to be with me all night long.
I mean, damn. Between Bischoff and Hogan, God, somebody take all of Savage's tassels away. That's all I'm saying.
And then
Soon enough.
NWO then goes over and takes over commentary. And Hall goes even further into shooting on Harlem Heat's actual background.
You hillbillies.
I don't think they're from Harlem at all.
I think they're 2 hillbillies from Houston.
I love that.
And then we get the replay of Macho's reaction to the Liz video.
And that was a little, awkward, I think.
Oh,
it was
That was a little telenovela.
yeah, and it was out of nowhere kind of thing.
Well, the problem was Hogan was supposed to be saying something going into it, but Hogan's mic didn't work.
And it's just the last thing you hear is Hall going, these 2 hillbillies from
Houston.
Harlem, Houston, whatever, and then it's a cut scene to Macho crying. Or trying to cry.
He was trying his best, damn it.
Trying to eat a Slim Jim.
But with this, we must then cut over to Monday Night Raw.
Corey, I'm a little disappointed in tonight's podcast so far.
Why?
Not enough dead jokes. No Benoit, no Renegade. I tried to get to start with the Renegade.
You tried, you failed.
But they just weren't on my television because they're dead.
Not at the time. But
Now.
hopefully we'll get some livelihood out of Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, the founding member of the Palsy Posse is going to be in the house. So
This is true. Hershey Park Arena, of course. And we get our intro, which is really building the Stone Cold versus HBK thing.
Well, I mean, they're not stupid. Look what you got there.
Mm-hmm. First time ever for these two, if I remember right, on TV.
On TV.
Kevin Kelly and JR on the call this week because King's wrestling later. We get a little review of what happened last week between Vader and Sid. We go into our first match, which is Vader with Jim Cornette taking on Phineas Godwin with Hillbilly Jim.
What?
Yes. And a little news about next week's live show. We're going to have a different commentary team. As next week, Vince McMahon returns to commentary with Jerry the King Lawler. Which both of our current commentators found out from the phone, because they got a phone call this weekend, each of them, from Kevin Dunn.
Fuck you, Kevin Dunn.
That big tooth son of a bitch.
I do like JR, though. Fuck that, I'm still going to be ringside.
Did they tell you in person? No, they called me on the phone. Well, fuck them. I'm going to come back until they tell me in person that I'm fired.
Also, last two checks, he doesn't report to the executive producer. He's the goddamn vice president of talent relations.
That's true right there.
The match is...
It was a match you knew who was going to win.
It's a one-sided squash until Sid comes down to distract Vader. Then Phineas gets some offense. It's a back suplex, but eventually punch, Vader bomb, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you. You didn't bring it up, so I want to know if you guys noticed it. Beginning of the match, did any of you guys notice the awkward camera work? Like it was the low, like bottom right corner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that?
That's a good question.
I do know.
Oh,
What is
you?
that?
Because if you watch very closely, there is a sign that says this show was filmed on the date.
That's awesome.
So week
Brilliant.
4, they're gonna say, "Oh, it's not October 14th. It's actually
September
7th,
yeah.
or whatever." Yeah,
That's awesome.
they were, and then if you keep watching it, you can see the guy folding up the poster and then throwing it behind the timekeeper.
Nice. We can then get our promo for Survivor Series weekend, the biggest weekend in all of sports entertainment, because it's bigger than WrestleMania now. Oh wait, it's gonna sit in New York. That's right. And also WrestleMania
It's big time.
WrestleMania was better this year than it was the previous year. 13's got hope.
That silence answers the question.
It's got a good match. We'll get to that one. We then get a promo with in the ring with Jim Ross and Mr. Perfect, in which we get a review of him stealing all of Triple H's women, and the fact that he is returning to action next week on Raw against Hunter Hearst Helmsley. That's huge.
It is.
It is huge. I like in the promo that they're bringing up, JR, this is your first match in a couple years. Do you have any flaws? No,
I'm perfect.
I'm perfect. Perfect did have one flaw, and it was him trying to take off his jacket.
That did not go as well.
I have no flaws. I'm perfect as he's trying to take his jacket off.
To be fair, that was all on the seamstress.
Uh-huh.
We then get a promo for the WWF Big Bang Boom Tour.
Well,
Big bada bang boom.
And then
Hey, that's the noise that last noise Renegade heard. Boom.
Anyways, we then get that denim jacket promo, the man, myth, legend one from last week.
I just love Corey's face.
And we cut to our next match.
Do we?
Yes, we do. In which it's Jerry the King Lawler versus Jake the Snake Roberts. King is out doing his usual jokes about Jake being a drunkard. JR shoots on King a little bit. King hasn't called a move right in 20 years, and Vince doesn't know what a move's called.
What a maneuver.
It's a lot of shooting.
Then Jake comes out, bottle in hand, piss-ass drunk.
Dick in hand.
And he's haggard, he's coming down the ring. He's having some trouble getting into the ring. So Gorilla comes out, he's like, fuck it, Jake, I'm gonna kick you out of here. And Jake's like, no, don't ruin this for me. Do not ruin this for me.
Well, yeah, they do a little. They're Jake, Gorilla, and the ref are in one corner while Jerry's in the other corner laughing it off, and they play the whole. Jerry's looking at Gorilla. Jake's looking at Gorilla, going, "I'm faking it. Don't worry, I'm faking it."
And Kevin Kelly is just outing the entire thing on commentary.
Oh yeah, he's not even trying to.
It's like, fuck, man, at least try. But you know what happens? King runs in, kick to the gut, DDT, 1, 2, 3, your winner, Jake the Snake Roberts. He then gives King the whiskey bath and introduces him to Revelations. Because that's always a good time.
No,
it's not.
Not this year.
And then we cut back to more of the expose on the real Double J.
Gonna find.
Why is this still going on?
I have no idea.
Now hit the music, Corey.
I can't.
Yeah.
Spend my days on
No.
your holiday.
Because now when I hear it, all I hear
Talk
is,
to
eat your
you.
heart out, JF Jarrett. After each line.
I
do it.
can't wait to get alone with my baby tonight.
I feel like this is the
At least we
same-
still get the song, so it's stuck in Joe's head for the rest
The
of eternity.
song is okay. I have already waved off Jesse James, and he hasn't even debuted yet.
That's harsh.
Isn't this the same promo as from last week?
Oh, that's okay. Guess what?
What?
It continues next week.
No.
But he has an album coming out with a surprise duet with a country superstar.
If they were hoping to make a bigger star than the actual counterpoint, they've failed miserably as he's still doing lame-ass promos while the other guy is in a big-time match at the pay-per-view in 2 weeks.
Hey, at least it's got Jim Shots in it. We then cut to our next match. Freddie Joe Floyd's here.
Hey!
He's taking on, holy shit, they let him back on television, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Hey.
Bum, ba-da-da, bum, bum. Well, they have to set up
Yeah.
the perfect thing.
Also, WWF Magazine available tomorrow. Newsstands everywhere. Triple H is tired of having his women taken from him. So he's decided this week to handcuff the valet to the bottom ring rope.
Seems reasonable.
With like a toy set handcuff.
Shit.
They look super plastic.
Well, they are. I mean,
Yeah, you don't get actual handcuffs.
you're not supposed to be able to say this, but he took the pink fur off before they came out.
Exactly. Then JR continues to fire on how Kevin Dunn's not his boss, and fuck Connecticut,
Overpriced hellhole.
overpriced hellhole.
I've legitimately never met a person from Connecticut who has nice things to say about Connecticut.
No, not really.
No,
Everybody
they all
wants to leave
hate it.
Connecticut.
I mean, everybody who lives there hates it.
Except for the McMahons, it
Right?
seems. Yeah. And
Well, they
Kevin
fucking-
Dunn,
they
because he's
run it.
told to say that's nice.
The McMahons run it.
They own Connecticut. Then Perfect comes out during the match. Again, the match is serviceable. And Perfect comes out and he's like, you're handcuffed. Well, this is going to work. Fucking Triple H, get into place, goddammit. Wait for it. Ha ha! You can't take her. And Perfect's like, but I'm Mr. Perfect. I have the fucking key.
Bum, bum, bum.
Unlocks her, walks away with her, gives the key back to the security guard, and walks away. Triple H, you know what he hits.
Pedigree.
1, 2. Oh wait, Mr. Perfect's walking away with the girl that I noticed several minutes ago that he was doing. I'm gonna go confront him about this now. He runs out there, Perfect with a perfect punch right to his block. He's knocked unconscious
Two things.
and loses by countout.
Two things.
Yes.
Jeff, your valet rating.
Well, it was a tough one this week. I go 6.
That is a. Okay. But speaking of 6, one question to you guys. When H gets knocked out on the ground in the entrance, he falls on glitter.
On gold dust glitter.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Well, from the main event of last week's Raw.
Yes, it did. Yeah. So that's a thing. So after the match, Austin cuts a slight promo where he still thinks Brett's a bitch. And he's going to beat the shit out of HBK. Stone Cold says so. We get the PlayStation Slam of the Week, which was the Godwins with an upset victory over the tag team champions Owen and Bulldog on Superstars.
Trying to make Superstars something.
By the way, if you didn't know this, next week, Perfect versus Triple H.
If you don't know, now you know, baby, baby.
Then comes out the most important promo of the entire week, Sunny.
I feel like this promo is just there to get, like, make sure the crowd's still there.
Yeah. Get the crowd pumped with pictures of her tits, and then
I wish.
she joins commentary.
You can see them today. They're not.
No.
We're living this in 96.
Oh, okay. I wish you could see them now, but.
We then cut back to a promo, which is Mankind and Paul Bearer in the graveyard still.
I cannot.
Where it's now raining.
And it's weird. I couldn't hear what Foley was saying.
I haven't been able to hear him in any of these promos.
Yeah. But I do like the fact that it's raining and Paul Bear has a umbrella. Mm-hmm. He takes the umbrella down like folds it down, and it stops raining.
Yep.
Yeah.
Out of the blue.
And Mankind's very dirty, but he has visions.
Visions.
Well, basically Taker dying.
Of malice and of porn.
No, it's basically just Taker dying.
Oh, I thought it was porn.
That'd be cool. Better.
What if it was porn?
What, Jeff?
Possibly porn.
Jeff.
Yes.
Could it be porn?
Could it be porn?
No.
What's the possibilities that it's porn?
I put it at none.
100%?
This is Mankind. It doesn't seem like he's into that.
Corey? Porn?
Like, what's the scale?
Yeah, like
1 to porn.
1 to porn.
5.
Okay.
I think Foley's halfway there.
Foley's halfway there, but it's
we
Mankind.
saw him doing autoerotic asphyxiation a couple weeks ago.
And we did just see Sonny.
He did lick a boiler room, you know.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's into some kinky shit.
And we did just see 1996 Sonny.
He probably likes like German like hostesses stomping on his ball sack with a fucking high heel.
Have his neck tied around something.
See? I bet you he's into that shit.
So the Karen.
That's probably how he lost the ear, to be honest with you.
Oh God, was it him that had the story about asking to have his hand held while fucking a gal?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
For the moral support.
Yes.
What?
Oh, you want to tell the story, please?
I can't. I don't remember all the details.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he. What was it? He tags out to what? Ron? Was it Ron?
Was it Ron or
was
Teddy?
It Ron or Teddy? Teddy was telling the story.
It had to be Ron.
It was Ron.
Yeah.
Well, they're in like a couple hotel beds, right? But Foley's taking care of some action. But moral support, man.
So he reaches out to have Ron hold his hand while he's fucking a rat.
Help me get there, buddy.
For a hot tag?
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, let me finish it up, buddy.
I was wondering where this podcast would go.
Down the drain.
Where it goes now is to our next match.
On a scale of 1 to Renegade, I give that 3 shotgun blasts.
Anyways, it's the Pug versus Farouk in our next match.
A shotgun blast.
JR shoots on Farouk's headgear.
Well, he should.
It's like, what the fuck is Vince thinking?
Now he's got an Easter egg on his fucking head.
But hey, I think he's using his motivation for beating the shit out of Pug. Farouk with the catch spinebuster, and then hits the Dominator for the 1-2-3.
Corey.
Your winner, Farouk.
I know you do your ratings on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You should do your Renegade ratings on these type matches.
Anyways, outside of horrible ideas from Joe, we go to Livewire, where Farouk and Ahmed got into a verbal
I don't know.
conflict.
That was met with instant resistance, which means it's a thing now.
Would you please like to tell us about the Livewire promo between Farouk and Ahmed Johnson?
This went street really fast.
Yes, it did.
Yo, listen, you're from the street, I'm from the street. We can't let this go. I can't have you do this. This must be settled. Where you at? I'll come to your house right now. I will bust a cap. He said everything, but I will bust a cap in your ass.
Son of a bitch.
You're from the ghetto, I'm from the ghetto. You're from the street, I'm black, you're black. We must finish this.
Well, let's do this. Well, come on, let's
Also,
go.
what was that jacket that Ahmed was wearing?
I think he got that from Fatu.
Right?
Shit.
The Sultan was having a garage sale.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this week on Livewire, a full hour with Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's gonna go well.
Is Vic Venom going to be there?
Oh my god.
We then get the Taker promo, because a storm is coming.
He's still there.
That sucked too.
And oh my god, okay, again, I can't defend my guy here. So Taker goes through the soliloquy while walking around the grave, while the orchestrated music's playing in the background with the fake sound of the storm. And this is so over fucking produced, it's ridiculous.
If you look far enough in the back, Mankind's fucking a rat.
Is he asking Paul for moral support?
Paul's got the hand.
Oh, I'll help you, man.
And with this, we go to our main event.
Tag me in.
I'll be your sexy
Please
boy.
tell me Percy at some point got the tag.
Hi, that'd be awesome.
Okay, things to find out about Taker, Percy,
When
Road
these
Storm.
purple gloves hit you, Mankind, you will rest in peace.
Wait until I'm done.
Yeah.
So, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Shawn fucking Michaels with Jose Lothario
There we go.
in what Kevin Kelly is calling the biggest match in the history of Monday Night Raw.
I mean, Raw at the time was not known for having, like, gigantic main events, so, I mean, that might not be too far off the mark.
I mean, the title has been on the line before.
Yeah,
It's
but
like a year off from being, the greatest Raw main event.
Yeah, that's about right.
I mean, in terms of hyperbole, it's not the worst they've ever done.
No, but it's a damn big time match. I like the fact that what they're putting in is HBK is, obviously the leader of the new generation and being the champion. And they're really playing up the fact that Austin is one of the biggest acquisitions in WWF history.
Yes.
Which he's really starting to become.
Yeah.
Vader and Cornette are watching in the back, and hell, nobody's going to stop them from getting those titles at Survivor Series. Even fucking Sid at Buried Alive.
Even fucking
They're
Sid?
fucking Sid.
If Vader has to do that, he'll do that.
Oh my
Looks
god.
like Jeff got poured on the mind.
Yeah.
By the way,
It's time, Sid.
this match is really good.
Oh, well, come on. Who's in?
Sid then cuts his promo of, I'll beat Vader and Shawn. Sorry, buddy, but I got to take the title from you at Survivor Series. Because I am the ruler and the master of the world.
What the fuck? You did it backwards. It's master and ruler of the...
I figure Sid at some point's done it both ways.
I mean, probably. That's a good point.
Then there's just this amazing fucking counterfest in the middle of this match. Like, wait, they could do this? I forgot they could do this. This is good.
Well, those two can do this.
Yeah.
Remember, this is before the broken neck, so Austin could still actually wrestle.
This is true. But then we get another one of Austin's signatures, the Luthez press. Then he hits a stun gun. And then everything goes to shit. Because Vader runs in
Well,
and starts beating up
is it
Shawn.
really a run-in?
A saunter in.
Yeah, there you go.
And then Savio comes in to make the save. Instant. Well, he's taking on Austin at the Buried Alive Club.
Again?
Yes. Runs in, immediately eats the stunner. So in comes Sid. He runs Vader off. Then fake Razor and fake Diesel watch from the entrance ramp.
Why?
Because one of them had big, tight emissions.
And anyone had Bell palsy.
Eventually, Sid and HBK kind of run into each other on accident.
No.
Or was it?
Vader whiplashes him into Sid.
That's right. They get into an argument. They look like they're going to come to blows then. Austin and Vader run back in. They get repelled. And Sid and Shawn share a chest bump and a double fist bump. And that's the end of the show. That was more of a WCW finish than I've gotten from WCW in a while.
Well, they're too busy scripting telenovelas.
Well,
Macho, I'm sorry.
you now have a pay-per-view to go to. So with that being said, both shows done. Did Raw catch it this week?
No. Nitro was schizophrenic and couldn't decide what it wanted to be, but it's still, to me, barely edges out Raw. It's close.
It's a close week.
This
Close
week, for the
week.
first time in probably like 8 months, it's close.
Yeah.
But Nitro is still just a little
Nitro
bit.
wins by maybe by 25 points. It was close.
Yeah, it's a very close week for me. But you got to go Nitro just by the skin of its teeth. You know what? Actually, I think as much as I liked the last match, and you kind of have to create the frenzy to go into the pay-per-view, I think they overbooked it just a tad too much, and it might have killed it.
Only in the sense of, and I'll repeat this, what the fuck were Razor and Diesel doing out there?
No idea.
We'll get to another part of that here in a bit. But how did you do in the ratings?
Well,
That's code for I forgot to. Damn,
I wrote it down.
The code for I know this is going to come up every week, so I'm going to set my workbook all the way back over here, and I'm prepared for the spot.
Shut up. Well, let's go back a week, shall we? Chris Benoit kills family and renegade concept. This week we talked about porn. No, okay. Last week's ratings. Monday Night Raw got a 2.1, and WCW got a 3.5.
Again, it was an absolute ass kicking.
This week, Monday Night Raw got a 1.8.
Oh, shit.
WCW got a 3.3.
Oh,
And this is the lead into their pay-per-view, too, and they tank.
Yep.
That's not good.
No.
Ain't looking good.
You know what is looking good? The award show.
Randy, I'm sorry.
So rate that on a scale of 1 to porn.
3 blasts.
Shit, son of a bitch.
I'm talking about, porn blasts.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh, totally different.
Third time's a charm.
So, but we haven't got to Velvetus yet.
I mean, the model Rick Martel?
Pretty much.
My mind is blown.
Let's go ahead and start with match of the night.
Oh, Christ.
You know what? For the first time in what feels like forever,
On Monday Night Raw.
I'm going to the land of Titan. Not Big Titan. Not Big... not Big Tidy Mission. But I'm going to go with HBK and Stone Cold before he was all neck gimpy.
I have to agree. It was, again, the finish was overbooked, but it's a good match.
Make it a 3-way. HBK and...
Foley's listening.
Worst match of the night.
You had a few to pick from.
I already know where I'm going because I'm going to go to it every time it comes up on my television set. M. Wall Street versus Jim Duggan.
Yep.
They tried in a couple of matches to match
Why do we
it.
have to watch this match again?
Don't worry, I think we get it again next week.
We got to justify those contracts.
How much you want to bet it's on the pay-per-view?
No, it's not.
Oh, thank God.
It's a stacked pay-per-view.
MVP of the night.
It's certainly not Eric Bischoff.
No, this is a tough one.
Certainly not Miss Elizabeth.
It's not Macho for his acting skills.
MVP of the night.
I got mine.
Okay, where are you going to go?
I'm going to give mine to the man that just lost his job, Jerry, good old JR. Just the way he was like, I'm not leaving until they tell me to my face. I got to work the pay-per-view this Sunday with
Vince.
With Vince. I mean, fucking talk shit to his face the entire time.
I was going to go the same place. That's exactly where I would go. JR commentary this week was absolutely beautiful.
I'd make it 3 for 3, but I'm tired of us doing that in this particular awards cycle, so I'm going to go Nick Patrick.
Why?
He was entertaining.
It told a good story.
It could have been another one. Could have been Triple H. Finally getting TV time. He has a storyline now.
I would have almost went with Perfect for always finding the perfect escape, except for one from a suit jacket. Moa Dim of the night, and I'm going to go ahead and give mine first here because this was the only award 100% I had going into the show, and my Moa Dim of the night goes to Savio Vega. Just run in and get stunned. That's all you do. Shit, you are the worst run in and help a man could ever ask for. Just, no, fuck, get stunned. Remember, you're on a pay-per-view in 6 days. Nope, just get stunned. Fuck it. Joe, where are you going to go with yours?
My motive, I'm going to do Eric Bischoff.
It's the right call.
You were not on your top form on this
He
week's
did
Nitro.
not have his A game today.
And you sent Macho Man home. What the fuck?
Shit, and you had to apologize to the man's parents. Corey?
Oh, this is easy. This is Elizabeth for her vaunted acting skills. Wow.
That makes all the sense in the world. That was fucking horrible. For a second there, I thought the words Summer's Breeze were going to come up on my screen.
Ooh.
As much as I regret this every week, Mr. Lessel,
Yo.
what the fuck?
Oh, don't worry. Mine isn't that rude, crude, or anything absurd. My what the fuck goes to the Viagra commercial of Miss Elizabeth about how Macho couldn't get it up.
But if it lasts for more than 4 hours.
I just what the fuck with this promo of her this is the swing set that you built for me in our happy place that we talk to each other about everything, and then we cut to a next angle of her on the damn swing again, like,
I can just imagine.
Macho, remember the good old times we had? I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
I can just imagine the conversations. Ooh, what a nice summer breeze. Oh, what do you think about the Iran-Contra situation?
Should I plow you on this swing?
So, you know what I was waiting for, though, more than anything, was like...
The sex machine?
I was waiting for the swing to break.
No, I'm not gonna lie. The one thing I was waiting for was like Hogan to be like, "Look at the camera, Les."
That would have been cool. That would have made it awesome.
I was hoping for Hogan to show up and like, I'm gonna plow you, brother.
But like, just shows up, put the arm around her. It's gonna be okay, brother.
Yeah.
The power lies here.
This is where the power lies.
Now get to it.
Yeah.
Corey,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I mean, we were kind of just there. I mean,
Fuck, how would we top that?
you can't top this. I get what they're going for. The NWO storyline was rooted in more adult theme, like, you know, a corporate takeover.
Mm-hmm.
It's not guys dressed as characters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Except for fake Sting.
well, yeah. So they're trying to continue this. You know, okay, let's do some more adult-like storylines.
Mm-hmm.
A guy who on TV never quite got over the ex-wife being confronted with that. Well, I get it. The storyline's not bad. This execution is not so great.
No, not at all. And wait until next week.
It's just so weird for me. It's weird for me just because of the fact that it's like this past 2-3 months, Miss Elizabeth, I'm taking his money, I'm taking this, and then all of a sudden,
I'm also taking
boom.
Flair's cock.
I'm taking Flair's cock. Now
And possibly Mean Gene's, according to that pole vaulting thing.
Yeah.
Now she's taking Hogan's cock. She's on the Mount Rushmore of cock taking.
May she rest in peace.
Gene, Macho, Hogan, and Flair.
I forget Luger. Ooh, sore son.
Okay, so it leaves my...
Hey, you overdosed. I mean, overdid it.
The guy, the host is lost. He's lost it.
So for my what the fuck this week, I'm gonna go to Raw, actually.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make this very light and what the fuck are fake Razor and Diesel doing out that in segment?
Well, you know, they're going to be figured into the main... No, I have no fucking clue. This is... I was like... Maybe they thought that this would work. I mean, they do have to tape all 4 episodes in one night. So if they did catch fire, at least you have them out there and it's topical.
You know what they didn't do?
Catch fire.
Yeah. It's like that whole thing last week where you were trying to continue the Razor Gold Dust angle.
You mean there were no big, tight emissions?
I love the fact that only us are going to know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't give a fuck about anybody out there. You can fuck off.
Or go check out old school NWO Japan matches on New Japan World.
Oh, that too.
And you'll figure it out.
I'm a little salty.
Why?
I mean...
He didn't get in the Hall of Bang
well,
of Miss Elizabeth.
I've been advised to not cross it into this podcast. So I'm happy.
Oh!
Yeah, no, you cannot. You're going to get popped again, okay?
Can somebody please be a little more consistent about the pop rules? I mean, it's understandable we have to keep the integrity of this podcast network, but we do need to be fair to the talent that relies in it.
Integrity.
So, we'll talk that more probably on the
No Cell
podcast available here on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, and NoCellEntertainment.com. Also, next week you'll be able to find not only the Monday Night War Stories, which is a very, very good Monday Night War Stories, because that Nitro is kind of important.
So is that Raw.
The Raw is pretty important itself.
I mean, that is if you like the color pink. I personally couldn't give a fuck, but...
It depends. How much you like your black and white next week on...
God come on. Just the cat's out of the bag on that one.
Yeah, but the thing is, some other members of the panel might be liking those colors here next week as well.
Interest?
Very interesting.
Then, of course, we'll also have the pay-per-view war stories for Buried Alive. That should be fun.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
It's been like 20 years since I've seen these Raws, right? Mm-hmm. These vignettes with Taker and Mankind have actually killed my anticipation of this Buried Alive match instead of building it up. Like, honestly, it's like I don't even fucking care now.
But look forward to that next week on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, and NoSellEntertainment.com. On these places you can like, subscribe, follow, rate, comment, tell us what you think of the Monday Night War Stories and of No Cell Entertainment. You can also follow us on Twitter at NoCellENT, Snapchat, No Cell Podcast, Instagram at NoCellENT, Facebook.com/NoCellEntertainment. You can also just go to our contact us page at NoCellEntertainment.com. You can also follow us individually on the Twitter. Joe.
At the Dasheen.
Get it?
Get it?
Get it?
Hope you do.
And Corey.
That kayfabe guy.
Wow, just so much pop into the public social media side.
I mean, it might be a fun follow the next couple weeks.
It could be. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at TheMacTheMAACK for fair and balanced coverage on the continuing conundrums of this podcast network.
And the Hall of Bang.
And the Hall of Bang.
I'm all for
There's a couple Hall of Bangs.
Now, we're talking about that crappy hairstyle.
No, I'm talking Bang.
Yeah!
Or the other one, Bang Bang.
To be fair,
Renegade.
I
Renegade
believe
style.
we're not too far away from being able to field bang.
No, we're a little bit.
Not too much.
We're a little
I
bit.
want to feel the bang. What?
And with that being
Calm down,
said,
Renegade. The jig is up.
for producers and for Dashing Joseph Russell, for the Human Wrestling Database Corey Mack, for Survivor WrestleMania X7,
Get your fucking
Come
shows
on,
right.
get it
What the
together.
hell?
I blame
Nice.
Joe for all my problems.
Bullshit.
Shit, I'm gonna get popped, aren't I?
Yeah. Say your name and send us out.
I am the Onitoshi Jeff Mack. Good night.